Good morning students, Sairam, this is Megha Miss here, and today we will continue with our lesson number 9, carbon compounds. So student, this is our session 5. So today before starting with the presentation, first I'll explain you with the paper pattern also. Okay student, as we have told you, we will tell you about the paper pattern. Okay, the board paper pattern, how it is going to be your paper. Okay, and what exam paper you will be getting now when you're going to appear for your exams now. Okay student. Just for a recap, what we studied for in the last presentation was about the alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, 3 different types of the hydrocarbons depending upon the double bond, triple bonds, right? And alkanes, you have single bonds. And we studied about the ring structures of the carbon. You have seen the branch structures and the straight chain, right? So like this we can divide the structures, the compounds of carbons also. So different types of carbon compounds you can get depending upon this linkage. Okay student, so before continuing with the today's presentation, first we will see about the paper pattern. Now this is for your both science A as well as for your science B. Now the question number 1A, you are going to have, that is 5 questions of 1 mark each. They are going to be only TB, that is textbook based questions you will be getting for 5 marks. Okay, now here they can include the different types of questions which can be of 1 mark. Okay, like you can 4 options can be given to you. You have to choose the correct option here. Okay student, now when you are writing, the options are given to you and you have to choose and write. Students, remember, if it is in a type of a filling the blanks, you have to write the full sentence whenever you write the answer. If the answer is A and dash, whatever answer, so you have to write that alphabet also with the answer. Okay, this is one thing you have to remember. Second thing, as you have done in 9th standard also, I have told you about this. Yes, one more thing, as I told you, you have to remember that no cuttings. If you cut the answer and write it again, it is not considered. Okay, so better whenever you start with your paper, first you read the instructions what are given in your question paper in the front page. Okay students, whenever you write the answer for the multiple choice question, remember you have to write the alphabet of that answer also, and the answer you have to write in the blank with the alphabet. Okay, if A, B, C, D is given, then A, B, C, D, whatever correct answer, or if a Roman letter 1, 2, 3 is given, so anything whatever is mentioned there, you have to write it along with the correct answer. Okay, then next question number 1B, you have 5 questions of 1 mark each. No filling the blanks question will be there in this question number 1B. Okay, I am explaining for both science A as well as science B. Okay student, in first question you can get correlation and all such type of questions can also be asked. Question number 2A, you have 3 give reasons, attempt any 2. You have to write any 2. They are 4 marks each, 2 marks each. Okay, 4 marks you are going to get. Okay, total 4 marks question. Okay students, so 3 give reasons, it will be for 4 marks. Okay, 2 questions, 2 marks each. Okay students, next question you have question number 2B. You have 5 questions of 2 marks each. Okay, attempt any 3. So from 5 questions you have to attempt any 3 questions which are of 2 marks. Now one more thing, when you write the give reasons, students, you have to write it in the 4 points. 4 points, half of mark each it is considered. Okay, here better if you write the answers in points, it is well and good, you score more. Okay, so I hope 2B question is also clear to you. Now here sums and all can be asked. Okay, in science B personal response can be asked, diagram based questions can be asked. Okay, complete the following chart, complete the following paragraph, like this things can be asked. You know now your paper is activity based. Okay, question number 3, you have 8 questions of 3 marks each. From that you have to attempt any 5. So 8 questions will be given to you. From that you have to write the 5. Okay, now here in the paper everything will be included, like chemistry, some questions will be chemistry, some questions will be physics based. Like for this 8 questions, 4 questions can be chemistry based, 4 can be physics based, like that in the science B also. Okay, EVS based questions will also be asked. Okay, and of course related to your plant taxonomy also. Then next, that will be 8 questions of 3 marks each, that will be 15 marks. Okay student, then question number 4 you have, that is 2 questions of 5 marks, that is attempt any 1. So 1 question you have to write which will be of 5 marks. Now this 5 mark question, it can be divided into 2 to 1, or it can be divided in 1 mark each, depends upon the, it can be diagram based, anything. Okay, so that will be of 5 mark. Okay student, so if you do total, you are going to get 40 mark paper. Okay, so such paper pattern you can see any of the reference book which you are referring, you can see this paper, you can get in that also. Okay, so go through that properly. I have just explained you how it is and what points you have to. Diagrams compulsory you will draw with pencil, labelings also you will do with pencil during the practical exams also. Okay students, I hope in science you will use for the diagrams, labelings you will use pencil only. Okay, I hope the paper pattern is clear to you. Okay, so we will continue with the lesson now. Okay students, so one more correction I would like to tell you. This is the last topic which I taught you in the last presentation, and I have shown you this ring structure of cyclohexane. Now in the textbook there is a correction students. If you see, it is given here structural formula of cyclohexene is written. Okay, now this whatever is shown to you, this is not hexene, this is not cyclohexene, this is cyclohexane. Okay, so here it is a spelling mistake, it is going to be cyclohexane. Okay, if you want to see the structure of the cyclohexene students, I'll just show you. This is the structure of the cyclohexene. Okay, where you are going to get one double bond. You know, where alkenes means you are going to get a double bond. Okay, and if it is alkynes you get a triple bond, right? So here this is the structure of your cyclohexene. Okay student, you can make a note of this in your notebook. Okay, so we'll proceed. This was just a small correction which I told you. Okay, now we'll proceed. All types of carbon compounds, whether straight chain, branch chain or cyclic, we have studied this in last presentation, right, can be saturated or unsaturated. This is explained by the various examples of hydrocarbons. Okay, it is learned from the structural formula of benzene that it is cyclic unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, there are 3 alternate double bonds in the 6-membered ring structure of benzene. Benzene means there is going to be 6 carbon atoms and there will be alternate double bonds. Okay, the compounds having this characteristic unit in their structure are called aromatic compounds. So the compounds which have the benzene ring in their structure, students, you will remember we call them as aromatic compounds. Okay students, so we'll just see here, this is the table 9.15 which is given in your text. Please go through these structures properly, very important. They can ask you structures also. As I told you, diagram based question, this can also, structural formulas can also be asked in science. Okay, now straight chain hydrocarbons, you have propane, you can see this is a saturated one. You can have isobutane, we are saying it as iso because one carbon, see I have put it in the branch. Okay, so I will call it as isobutane. Okay, and you have cyclohexane, you can see here the structure already we studied. Also that are cyclic hydrocarbons, but saturated one. Why saturated? Because only single bonds are there. And this is the structure of cyclopentane, 5 carbons. Okay, if you see in unsaturated hydrocarbons, you have propene. Yes, see here double bond has come, so it became propene. And if it can also come triple bond, which it can form the propyne. Okay, then you have isobutylene. Why? Because see here double bond I have shown in the branch. Okay, so it became isobutylene. Okay, cyclohexene, see here this is the correct structure of cyclohexene which I showed you now. Okay, see here you got a double bond here. Okay, and you have, so see how many different types of compounds, carbon compounds can be formed. Some can be saturated, some may be unsaturated. See here this is the benzene, you can see here double bond here is there, it is not there here, it is here, it is not there here. Okay, it is here, it is not there. So it is said that alternate single and double bonds are there. So this is benzene C6H6. Okay students, this table structures you practice it in your notebook. Okay, we'll proceed. Functional groups in the carbon compounds. Now we will see some functional groups. Okay, many more types of carbon compounds are formed by the formation of the bonds of carbon with other elements such as halogens, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. Okay, till now you have seen carbon was bonding with only hydrogen, but leaving hydrogen it can also bond with the halogens, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. The atoms of this element substitute one or more hydrogen atoms in the hydrocarbon chain, and thereby the tetravalency of carbon is satisfied. Okay, so they can replace the hydrogen, one hydrogen or two hydrogens, and somehow these all elements can satisfy the tetravalency of carbon. The atom of the element which is substitute for hydrogen is referred to as a heteroatom. What you will call it, student, as heteroatom. Okay. Sometimes heteroatoms are not alone but exist in the form of certain groups of atoms. Okay. They can be a group of atoms also. Okay. So we'll see now. The compounds acquire specific chemical properties due to these heteroatoms or the group of atoms that contain heteroatoms, irrespective of the length and the nature of the carbon chain in that compound. Therefore, these heteroatoms or the group of atoms containing heteroatoms are called functional groups. So, you have different types of functional groups which we are going to see in the table. So, functional group nothing but you will remember, students, they are the heteroatoms or the group of heteroatoms. Okay. Here, the free valency of the functional group is indicated by a short line. We write a dash, short line. Okay. The functional group taking place of a hydrogen is joined to the carbon chain with this valency. The carbon-carbon double and triple bonds are recognized as functional groups as the respective compounds get specific chemical properties due to them. So, when these heteroatoms we attach to the carbon chain, of course, the chemical properties of them changes. Okay, students. Now, see here. This is important table which you are going to study properly. Please practice it writing in your notebook, science notebook. Okay, some functional groups in the carbon compounds. We'll see you have the halogens. If I take chlorine, bromine and iodine, first one you can see. We call them as name halo. We say chromo, bromo and iodo. Okay, you have dash X. We can write it. Dash X, X can be dash Cl, dash Br or dash I. Condensed structural formula, we write dash X same. That is dash Cl, dash Br, dash I. Okay. That is condensed one. Now they are single one, so no need. It will be same as structural formula. Next, if you take the heteroatom oxygen, if you add, you can have, see how many types you have, 6 types. Alcohol, you write it as dash OH. Okay. See, alcohol, you will remember the functional group is dash OH. Aldehyde, functional group is dash CHO, which you can write in the structure dash C double bond O dash H. Okay. Then you have ketone, that is dash CO. Okay. Dash CO and dash it will come. Okay. How it comes in structure, you can see C double bond O. Carboxylic acid you have COOH. Okay. Ether you have only one oxygen. Ester you have COO. Okay, you can see these groups. Study this properly. Okay, students. Then if I add nitrogen, you have amines, that is NH2. Okay, so this is the very important. Again, I am telling you table, students. Please go through this properly. Okay, we'll proceed. Yes. Now we will see the homologous series. That table you need to learn. The names, functional group names, and how the condensed form is there or structural form you remember. Any one you remember, it's okay. Okay. Now we will continue with the homologous series. The series of compounds formed by joining the same functional group in place of a particular hydrogen atom on the chains having sequentially increasing length is called the homologous series. So the series of compounds which are formed, different big compounds which are formed with the same functional group, if I am repeating, okay, in the place of hydrogen atom, okay, then there will be increase in the length if I am going on increasing the carbon atoms instead of hydrogen, okay, then such thing we called it as the homologous series. Okay, students. There are different homologous series in accordance with the functional group. For example, you have homologous series of alcohols, homologous series of carboxylic acids, homologous series of aldehydes, etc. Okay, whatever functional groups now we have seen. All the members of the homologous series are homologues of each other, means they have the same. Okay, they are the same pattern. Everyone has got the same pattern. Okay, students. So we'll see. This is the homologous series of alkanes which is given in your text. You are going to study these tables properly. Okay, students. See here. Methane, CH4. Okay. Then you have CH3, CH3. See the chain. Propane, CH3, CH2, CH3. Butane, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So see, all the carbons are going on increasing, one carbon, right? Pentane, you have CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Okay, and hexane, heptane, like this it goes on increasing, right? So number of carbon atoms, see 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, like this they will go on increasing. Number of CH2 units, see CH2 here, how many it is? You will get 1. Okay, in methane it is CH4. So CH4 I can write it as CH. Yes, how I can write it CH4? How many number of CH2 units you are going to get, students? I am going to get 1 CH2 unit, right? How I can write this as H here, 1 H here, 1 H here, and 1 H here. So this carbon, if I take, see here, this is 1 CH2 unit. Okay, student. So then how many? 2, then you 3, 4, 5, like this CH2 units will go on increasing. See here, you are going to see the CH2 units are there. Okay, and boiling point will also change. Okay, students. See, butane boiling point is 0, it is shown. So there is a difference in the boiling point also. Okay. Now this is the homologous series of alcohols. Again you are going to get, that is methanol. Okay. Then you are going to get ethanol, propanol, butanol. Okay, like this. Okay, so I hope pentanol and so on. Okay, so CH3OH, CH3CH2OH, CH3CH2, CH2OH. You know, OH is the functional group of alcohols. Okay, now, and same way CH2 units are going to be increasing. Same, how you have in alkane, same number of CH2 units in this alcohols also. Okay, now, this is the homologous series of alkenes. So ethene, propene, 1-butene. Why 1-butene, students? We'll be studying this when you give the IUPAC nomenclature. As you know, this is the first carbon, this is the second carbon, and the double bond is to the first carbon atom. Okay, so it is 1-butene. Same way here it is 1-pentene. Okay, and same CH2 units will be you have to calculate. Okay, now I hope it is clear till here. Okay, so you have found that in any homologous series, while going in an increasing order of the length of the carbon chain, every time one methylene unit, right, that is CH2, goes on increasing, right? One carbon goes on increasing. Therefore, while going in an increasing order of the length, there is a rise in the molecular mass of the members by 14U. So molecular mass increases by the 14U. Okay. Generally, it is found that while going in an increasing order, in any homologous series, the physical properties show variation in one direction. As we have seen, boiling point is changing, right? That is, the gradation is observed in the physical properties. Boiling point is a physical property. Okay, student. The molecular formula of the members of the homologous series of alkenes can be represented by the journal formula, students. You will remember CnH2n. N means N can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Okay. So the journal formula for the alkenes, it will be CnH2n. Okay. Then the journal formula, molecular formula for the homologous series of alkynes is CnH2n minus 2. Okay, so N, if it is 2, then you can calculate how much hydrogens will be there. If 2 carbon are there, then how much hydrogen in that particular alkyne you can calculate with this formula. Okay, then alkanes have the journal chemical formula CnH2n plus 2. Okay, students, so if you remember this formulas and if you go on adding N value 1, 2, 3, 4 and calculate hydrogens, then you can draw the structure of that particular alkane. It can be an alkene also, or it can be an alkyne also. Okay. Now what are the characteristics? In short, we will see of the homologous series. So while going from one member to the next in the homologous series, one methylene unit gets added. Molecular mass increases by 14U. Number of carbon atoms increases by 1. Chemical properties of the members of the homologous series shows similarity. Okay, chemical properties will show similarity, but you know there is a difference in the physical properties you will get. Okay, all the members of the homologous series can be represented by the same journal molecular formula. Okay, students, I hope till here it is clear to you. Okay, so we have come to the today's end of the presentation. So we have studied about various types of hydrocarbon. All the tables what are given, please study those, students, okay, and write it in your book. Functional groups we have seen, very important, please study that table. And homologous series we have seen, okay, that also you can complete the table and at least you can practice writing it, okay. I hope today's presentation as well as paper pattern is clear to you. You will go through it properly, okay students. So today I'll stop it here. Thank you. Sai Ram.